Hi, welcome to Wholeheartedly for the Lord Bible Journaling with Sherry. Today's process video will be in my Psalms and Proverbs Bible, and I will be using a kit from Keys of the Kingdom. I am loving this shop. I've bought a couple of Bible kits from her shop, and I'm excited to use this one. This is the Virtuous Woman, and it is a great segue into, as you know, for those of you who have been on my channel, I've been doing Women of the Bible as I felt led to. And so she has this beautiful kit with this beautiful woman talking about the Proverbs 31 woman. And that's what I'll be discussing today. So I hope you will stick around and enjoy the video. Thank you for watching. And remember, if I can Bible journal, so can you. Take care. I am using this beautiful washi tape from Vin Von Ali. Came in with one of her subscription boxes, and I really love the color purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors, and I thought it went really well with this page. The Proverbs 31 woman, the virtuous woman. Is she still around? Can we find her? She's scarce, she's rare, but she's around. The king asked the question in verse 10, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. And I've heard it said so many times, and I've believed it in the very beginning of my walk with Christ, reading about this woman, and she seemed so unattainable. She seemed so unreachable to me. But what I realized over time and understood is this is something that has been cultivated in her. And how it's been cultivated is the fact that she fears the Lord. That's what makes her valuable. She is able to do many things that the women in the world are able to do. She's good with money. She's financially stable. She makes her own clothes. She helps out the poor. She's good in her community. Her husband speaks well of her, and she doesn't dishonor her husband by the way she lives. And her children, they call her blessed because of who she is, not what she can do. And that is so awesome. The child of God, the woman of God, we have her in us. We are in this battle between the spirit of Eve, i.e., also the world, society, culture, and those kinds of things. Even in the church, they have a perception of what a godly woman is. Some women have the right speech and the right dress, but the spirit behind her is so offensive, is so ungodly. But this spirit, this virtuous woman, her spirit is cultivated by the Spirit of God. And this is who she is and who she becomes. And virtuous, when you look it up in the natural dictionary, it means morally upright and noble and things like that. And that's the secular definition. But the primary definition in the Hebrew Aramaic is strong. Where can we find a strong woman? And a strong woman is not in her physical strength. It's not in her intellectual ability. It's not in her beauty. It's not in anything that she can do with her hands. Those are a plus, but those come a dime a dozen. But what really stands out about a virtuous woman is her fear of the Lord. And when a woman has a fear of the Lord, she's obedient to him. She strives for obedience. She lives for the Lord. And I love the fact that, especially since I'm on this whole thing about words and lips and how we use our mouths, which is an indication of our heart. Let's just get right to the heart of the matter. Scripturally speaking, what comes out of our mouth is only a manifestation of what's in our hearts already. So we need a clean heart in order to speak cleaner words and have better attitudes. It's our heart. But this woman, the law of kindness is on her tongue. When she opens her mouth with wisdom. People want to hear what she has to say. What she has to say is of substance. It may not be all grammatically correct. It may not cross every T and dot every I, but the wisdom behind her words, the kindness behind her words exudes so much power because it's infused by the Spirit of God. That's a virtuous woman. That's a strong woman in the sight of God. Cultivate that spirit, that gentle, meek, quiet spirit that God has called us to do. That's what this virtuous woman has, and that's what she possesses, and that's who is in us. We are new creations in Christ. We are new creatures in Christ. If any man be in Christ, he's a new creation. Old things are passed away. Old things have passed away. Behold, all things become new. I'm a new creature. I cannot allow myself to be defined by the world, society, or Christianity or culture. I am defined by who God says I am, and I am to cultivate or allow the Spirit of God to cultivate in me the mind of Christ. That woman is precious. All of these things that the world says is success or makes a woman strong does not make that in the eyes of God. It's a woman who fears him. So what are we dressing ourselves up with? Is it in the strength of the Lord, the fear of the Lord, or what society and Christianity and the world says we should dress as? I want to cultivate the virtuous woman that is in me, being meek and humble and having a quiet spirit and being kind. Those are strengths in the sight of God. You may not be able to, I may not be able to do a lot of things, but we can be kind. We can be pleasant. We can be approachable. We can be loving. We can cultivate such an attitude and spirit that reflects God, that our husbands, if we are married, our husbands speak well of us. Our children are so grateful to have a mom like us. The community in which we walk through and the supermarkets and the malls and the places we go, they recognize us by our spirit. Just because we are kind and we treat people with respect, no matter who they are, that's the virtuous woman. She has all of these moral excellences that have been cultivated by God, and that's what makes her strong. So that's how it kind of went from being strong to noble and moral uprightness. All of that plays a great part because her strength is in the Lord. She's in you. She's in me. Let's cultivate her and let God define who we are. As you can see, I'm working in my mini garden Bible just to put a recognition of this virtuous woman in my garden Bible so that when I open it, I can reflect on it and look at it and remember who I am and who she is. We are in Christ. Therefore, we can be the virtuous woman if we submit to it. Thank you for watching. I hope you were inspired, encouraged, and challenged by this word. Take care.